to me that I haven't talked to that I didn't know I was Facebook friends with.
I believe it.
And they get mad. Like the white cheddar Cheez-Its. Someone tried to argue that the jalapeno ones were better.
Come on.
I was like, yeah, they're good. And I tried to walk away, like put his hand on my shoulder, like, no, they're better. I was like, first of all, I'm not gonna square up with this dude.
Over some Cheez-Its?
Like one of those, like you have to like go inside yourself as like a man, like, okay, you kind of got a little physical with me. It's like, I'm not done talking. I'm like, what?
I mean, people. I could tell that some of the things you were saying, people were gonna have issue with. They're gonna take exception to. Like, I don't know about jalapeno Cheez-Its. I have had them though, and they are good,
tasty, absolutely.
Yeah.
What people don't understand is just because I think one is superior doesn't mean I dislike the other one. I greatly enjoy a plethora of cookies through different platforms, name brands, flavors, consistencies, like all of that. But it doesn't change the fact that Nutter Butter is the superior cookie to all other cookies. That is a fact.
Nutter Butter?
No, they're shaped like the peanut shell.
Yeah.
They're sandwich style.
No, of course. But so a Nutter Butter is better than Oreos.
Due to the flavor explosion that happens when you bite into a Nutter Butter.
There is a bit of an explosion.
Yes, my statistics and data do point to the two. Yes, they are superior.
I don't know if I can get
Oreos are a non-factor without milk. You can't have Oreos without milk. They're chalky. They build up in your mouth. You kind of look like a bit of a crackhead with all this stuff caked in your teeth. You look kind of crazy. These are black after you get done eating Oreos.
Yeah, they are black after you get done eating Oreos. That's crazy.
And they are dry. They choke you without the milk. Nutter Butters, I just don't have a complaint.
That's a valid and interesting point. I'm not mad at that at all. I don't eat a lot of cookies, so I don't really have a dog in that fight.
Now, given I'm very opinionated about certain facets of fast food, I've actually retired from fast food. I haven't eaten fast food in 3 years, maybe longer.
Nice.
It doesn't change my passion for the game. I feel like inside, we're all fat. Inside, at heart, a lot of people are fat. I'm a big dude. I used to be way bigger. In my soul, I will always have the soul of a fat man.
Yeah.
Deep down inside. There was a portion of my life in which I was sandwiching Chips Ahoy's together with peanut butter.
Wow.
Everyone has their food shame. Everyone's done something like, man, if somebody saw me do this right now.
Right. Oh, my God.
Or one of those, like, I was raised better than this.
Look at you. Look at you.
Look at yourself. You're disgusting.
You're disgusting.
You walk by the mirror, you get your stomach's poked out, like, what am I doing? Or you eat cereal. Or I just rediscovered cereal. As an adult, just putting cereal in a laughably large container.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost comical.
That's the only way to eat it, though.
Like, it's just a meal now. You're eating a big serving spoon.
Right, yeah. A small bowl of cereal isn't going to do anything for me because I'm going to have to go back at least a second time.
Absolutely. Empty down a flour vase.
Right.
Just whatever.
A pot.
Just anything.
Yeah, anything.
Old pots.
Right.
Speaking of pot, Thanksgiving's around the corner. I have to ask you something because I've always wondered this.
All right.
I have chocolate Thanksgiving at my house, in my family's house. That means a good Southern black people Thanksgiving. Some of the subtle differences between chocolate Thanksgiving and regular Thanksgiving. They use plates at regular Thanksgiving. We use them styrofoam joints that if you pile it up too heavy, it just like bows in the middle.
Right.
No one ever brings ice. Ever. There's a series of hot sodas on the kitchen floor. And by the time everyone's ready to eat, we realize there's not a drop of ice within like a 10-mile square radius. There is usually that relative who needs a ride. God bless them. God bless them. God bless them. But it's always that relative. And they have the most key ingredient you need in the Thanksgiving. Like my aunt, who I'm not going to sit there and call her out. She's in charge of the stuff, and I love her, but she operates on ninja time. Like nobody's business. Dinner's at 2. It's 2:30. Like, Mom, what's up? What's going on? Where's Auntie at? She's coming, baby. Just calm down. All right. Mom, it's 3. Just call her. If you want to know, call her. Auntie, where you at? It's like, don't worry about it. I'm almost there. We're good. I got the stuffing. Don't think I ain't forgot about it. Just let me hop in the shower. All right. Then when I get in the shower, I'm going to put the stuffing in the oven. We'll be good to go. In the oven!
In the oven.
We were supposed to eat an hour and a half ago.
In the oven.
And you know how it is with large chocolate gatherings. when there's a lot of babies running around, those babies are given that ultimatum: either stay in the house,
right,
or stay out the house. Pick one. Well, it's Thanksgiving; they should probably stay inside.
They might if there's family inside.
Yeah, why don't we agree to disagree? They're just gonna stay inside.
Yeah, let's just hang out inside the house.
Then there's the involuntary threat of violence. Like, if you don't stay in this house, I'm gonna beat you.
Well, see, I typically avoid the holidays.
Really?
I avoid them like the plague almost. Like,
oh, okay.
Some years I've been known to just November 1st, just don't call me until about March 18th. Like, we'll talk in March.
Like Will Smith, Enemy of the State. You just gone off the radar.
Pretty much.
Off the reservation.
I remember one year I skipped, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. Like, just spent them all in the house, hanging out alone. And but I was having the time of my life.
That's a bold statement. The time of my life. Good God.
I was having the time of my life. Like, just, woke up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, played video, didn't get dressed, played video games, and just, smoked pot, just hung out, doing nothing.
Don't get me wrong. That sounds amazing.
Right?
That sounds stupendous to levels I just couldn't even... Yeah, that sounds like an amazing time. And I could do that, but I feel like my family would be so upset with me.
Yeah.
Okay, you left that part out. I was under the assumption that maybe they let that slide under the radar for you.
Yeah, nah, I'm just kind of the standoffish one. I mean, they don't typically let it go that easily. But it's because those things are what happens, especially when my family gets together.
Oh,
it's that type of stuff. Like, I had my oldest brother, one Thanksgiving, he had he's, known to just take off. When he doesn't want to be bothered, he will take off.
It's not the worst quality to have.
Right. He will take off, and he doesn't want to be bothered. And I mean, we all deal with that in different ways. Me personally, I'm like, eventually, when you want to be bothered, I feel like you'll probably be bothered.
Yeah.
He had taken off maybe 7 months, and then Thanksgiving, he just knocked on the door. He ate food. We laughed, we joked, watched movies, we spent family time.
Of course.
One of my aunts had came from South Carolina, and when it was over, she was like, hey, I'm getting ready to leave. This is well before, other people were there. So he had an out. He even had an out to just, leave quietly.
Yeah.
Like he came. She was like,
Ninja vanish.
Right.
With the smoke.
She was like, I'm going to leave, and I'll drop you off wherever you need, wherever you need to go. He was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to run in the bathroom. Gone.
What?
Gone.
That story did not take the turn I thought it was going to take. I was like,
Gone. Like, that's just type of stuff that happens. That was a Thanksgiving. And I always think about that, around Thanksgiving. Like, remember that one time he just showed up and knocked on the door and just ate food and just left just like he came. And we all were just like, was he here just now? Like, was that mass hysteria we just went through? But nah, he was there, and then he just wasn't there, and that's just the type of stuff that goes on. I'm not in a huge rush because the holidays is like a time that forces people to be together, and I'm one of those people. I'm like, there's 364 other
Absolutely.
days we can spend time together, but we're kind of forcing it because of this particular day, and we don't really like each other right now. I
can't say I personally agree with that because I'm not from here,
right?
So part of me is eager to get back to the Winston-Salem area to see my family.
I believe it.
And you say you're from the Charlotte area, family comes around here. I only see my family really during the holidays, but I do get what you're saying. I get it.
Yeah, because my family, spent much of the time very, tight knit, and that tight knit eventually, unwinds a little bit.
Yeah,
you can't spend your entire life being, tight knit, because people just view life differently. And, that's what continues to happen.
I completely understand that. I've heard that old stanza we do it. I don't know why we do. We all hate each other. I can't say that I hate any of my family. Once again, I get it.
We don't hate each other.
But like you just could tell, like we're here out of obligation.
Oh yeah,
some of us don't want to be.
Yeah,
I can say I've dreaded the drive and the trouble involved in getting there because it is an hour away, hour and some change. But I'm usually pretty excited to see them out. Given that tops out after 24 hours. So, yeah. After dinner has concluded,
right?
I got one foot out of the door. Like,
right.
I love y'all. I'll see y'all around Christmas time, and Christmas is just like vanished in my heart. I got nothing for Christmas.
Nothing. I mean, Christmas is for the younger members of your family. Like, if once you graduate from high school, you should stop expecting
100%.
Unless you're involved with a person, that's the only person who's going to get you anything.
100%. Anything,
maybe
anything cool at least. Anything that you really, really want,
or just anything.
I think my pops paid like my power bill one year.
That's dope.
And that was like an isolated, like one time type of a thing. It was not something I expect.
Right.
I don't think anyone said, "Hey, I got you." Like, it's like that Will Smith meme that's floating on the internet. Like, what can I do for you? And he's crying and just saying, "Pay a bill,
right?
Please,
pay one of them. Just pay one of these bills off, and we'll be good to go." But yeah, Christmas. My family decided as a family to stop celebrating Christmas a long time ago. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's just weird things go on. Like,
what?
I won't call them weird because that's what we do, and I'm still like that.
By celebrating, you mean like acknowledging Christmas, or like getting together as a family for it?
I mean, barely an acknowledgement, but we do have Christmas dinner.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you still get together and so like, "Hey, I got you something."
Right.
But it's just not like a big formal thing.
Yeah, it's very minimal.
Okay. I think that's about how we are. Us having Christmas dinner together is about the extent of Christmas.
Yeah.
And we take care of the babies. We make sure the babies get stuff. But as far as like, "Auntie, I got you this," and "Uncle, I got you this," nah, we all got bills.
Right, yeah.
We all look at each other just so happy not to be at work. That's mostly the gift.
That's really, so, that's Thanksgiving, that's Christmas. Now, New Year's I do enjoy. New Year's I do. That's for turning up.
Yeah, turn up Eve.
That's it, yeah. I mean, it's for turning up. Nothing's happening, the first week of January. Everybody's still like,
oh, yeah.
So, I mean, New Year's is a time I enjoy, but sometimes I can take it off. I've had plenty of New Year's where I'm like, you know what, I could stay in the house.
In my younger days, when I would go out on New Year's and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, when you felt like you just had to like be involved in the social scene to that extreme, I had some wild times.
Right.
I once slept on a sidewalk, face down, hands at my sides. I wasn't even using my hands as a pillow. Like, face down, Peter Griffin style.
Yeah, no, I've never been
waiting on the cab as my friends picked me up Jesus of Nazareth style.
Wow.
To stuff me into the cab.
Wow.
Our friend bartended downtown. It was one of those pay the cover and it's all you can drink. So we paid the cover, and we were given priority to get to the front of the bar. And our friend, the bartender, only acknowledged us all night.
Wow.
So it was just like the devil's playground of alcoholism. I ordered like 28 Michelob Lights just to do it.
28?
Just to do it. Just I thought it would be funny and made the most legitimate attempt to drink every single one of them.
How could a person even try?
See, there you go using logic and common sense. I've been pouring poison directly on my brain for hours at a time. Logic and common sense was something that I had drank away hours ago.
True. This is true. And I mean, and if there's any time to legitimately try, it's that night.
Like that age between like 20 and 25, when you're just kind of like you're seeing how much alcohol your body can withstand.
That's pretty much it.
And recreational drugs.
Yeah.
Around 25, you get back to the proper data and statistics. Like, all right, I feel like I'm in a good place.
Yeah.
I know what won't kill me.
Right. I know. I pretty much, rationalize and, have quantified all the levels that it takes to get me where I need to be.
Yeah. In that 5-year window, you've gotten so drunk at times you woke it up and be like, all right, I know 38 beers is way too much. Yeah. It's like the whole bottle of cheap vodka. We're going to go ahead and scratch that off the list.
Right, yeah.
Trial and error, man. That's what it's all about.
That's pretty much, now, because now I know exactly how much I need to drink to get where I want to go.
Oh, of course. That's one of the perks of being a sophisticated older man. Like, you know where you need to be. And if you're feeling like letting your hair down, like, you know what, I want to go a little extra tonight. Right. So let me tack on 2 or 3 more of this, and I know I'll be right about where I need to be.
Exactly. But I don't I'm going to ask you a question that might get you in trouble.
Okay, I'm going to be very, I don't know what the term is. I'm very specific on how I answered. I'll walk through the minefield, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay. So,